Hello, welcome to this tropical update. So, this is a very serious update because Tropical Storm Beryl there was designated as a tropical storm yesterday night, just after we posted our last update on Tropical Depression 2. So, let's see. It's rapidly strengthening. It forecast to make landfall as a hurricane there in the Lesser Antilles. So, this is what we currently have. This area here at 30% and that area 50%. So this is the next 48 hours. In the next 7 days, this area is already in red here. It's already at a 70% chance of development. The tropical wave right behind tropical storm Beryl there. So this is getting very serious there for the islands. And then here we still have that area at 50%. It's now crossing over Central America there. So 50% the next 7 days, 48 hours. This tropical depression could form before the system moves inland again early next week over Mexico. So interest along the Gulf Coast of Mexico should monitor the progress of this system. So just be aware there, but our main show is Tropical Storm Beryl here. Let's see what we have for it here. Wait. Here, so got it. So the latest cone here, you won't believe this. They now have it as a major hurricane making landfall in the Windward Islands. So major hurricane, that's like category 3. So incredibly strong storm. So they'll be devastating there. So please have your preparations more than done already, or if you can, evacuate to somewhere. If your house is weak or something, I recommend you evacuate to somewhere safer. But please have your preparations more than done. Stock up food and supplies and everything, flashlights. So please be careful. So they have this tropical storm still and achieving hurricane status by tomorrow morning or late tonight. So and then it has this as a hurricane approaching Barbados and turn into a major hurricane when it passes by St. Vincent the Grenadines and St. Lucia there. So and then it continues as a major hurricane there and then weakens a little bit and goes over Jamaica by Wednesday. So this track in the white dots is still very uncertain. So let's just focus on this part here. So let's see here what else they have. The wind speed probabilities. So tropical storm force wind speed probabilities. I don't know why they only have tropical storm probabilities and not hurricane wind speed probabilities, but let's see here what they have. So probability of tropical storm force winds 1 minute average 39 miles per hour here. Okay, so they still have at 80% there, passing over St. Vincent the Grenadines and very near St. Lucia in those areas. And then these are the probabilities only. They're at a 50% in Jamaica, but the island itself is only at 40%. So better. And let's see, Barbados is there at 70 and 80%. And let's see now. Here, I found it. I told you they had it, the hurricane force winds probability. So let's see. They still have, because the storm is really far still, but as it gets closer, there'll be new probabilities, especially when this turns into a major hurricane. So they currently have for St. Vincent the Grenadines there a 30% chance of hurricane force winds probability. So 74 miles per hour or higher. Then for Barbados they have a 20%, and that 50, no, that 40% further south over the ocean. And Jamaica is still far away, but it's only at 5% still. So let's see. Uh, there's this 50 knot miles and no 50 knot wind probabilities here too. So this is shorter range, so that's the probabilities don't reach the islands yet, but just so you see all, all the products here. And let's see, this is the wind history. It's still a tropical storm, and what's most important, when these winds will arrive. So by Barbados, the tropical storm force winds might arrive by Sunday night. So this is tropical storm force winds, but most likely it will be a hurricane already there. But Barbados will be to the north of the hurricane, so the winds might be a little bit milder. But they have by Sunday night in Barbados, and the islands are right in the middle there. So Monday 8 a.m. So I think the hurricane or tropical storm force winds might arrive at the islands like the middle of the night between Sunday and Monday, like 2 a.m. Or something there. So, or even earlier, the tropical storm force winds could arrive by 10 p.m. I think in those islands. So please be careful. And they have the rainfall potential here. So here they have for Barbados, especially southern Barbados, 4 to 6 inches, and for St. Vincent the Grenadines, yeah, they still have like 4 to 6 inches, like 100-150 millimeters, but this is just a forecast. It will change of course. So as this hurricane strengthens, they might add some amounts here. So and later, I know this is this year's is far out because it's uncertain yet, but they have some rainfall amounts, so rainfall estimates for parts of Hispaniola and Jamaica too, but that's very far out. Let's focus on the islands here. For St. Lucia, they have around 2 to 4 inches too, in some other areas. So let's see here. What else? These especially the key messages here. So Barrows expected to rapidly strengthen to be a major hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday, bringing the destructive hurricane force winds and life-threatening storm surge. So please be careful with the storm surge too, like coastal flooding from the wind and high waves. So hurricane watch is in effect for much of the Windward Islands. Heavy rainfall and localized flooding is expected across the Windward Islands Sunday night and Monday. So interested in the Central Western Caribbean should also monitor the progress of this system. So let's see these key messages in Spanish here, because many islands must speak Spanish there too. So let's see. Se espera que Barrows se fortaleça rapidamente y sea un huracán de categoría 3 cuando alcance las islas el domingo por la noche o el lunes, trayendo vientos destructivos de fuerza de huracán con marejadas ciclónicas que amenazan la vida. Se esperan lluvias e inundaciones localizadas a través de las islas de Barlovento el domingo por la noche o lunes. Entonces, yeah. So this is it from the National Hurricane Center. So please, if you know anyone in those areas, tell them they will be serious. And if you are watching from there, have your preparations already done. So let's see here. The Euro model first. This is the C6Z from today. It has the tropical storm there, and then it strengthens a little bit, but the Euro has this only making landfall as a tropical storm there, so very far from that major hurricane as the others are showing. So don't mind much the Euro, it's too conservative now. But let's see here. the GFS, it has barrel there, and then it goes closer, forms into a hurricane, and affects Barbados a lot, and then makes landfall as a 970 category 2 there. 970 is category 2, I think, but they put this as a major hurricane, so you never know. So the GFS has like a category 2 or something. So, and then it continues there, passes right through Jamaica as a tropical storm by July 4th, and then goes into Central America and potentially the Gulf there by July 8th. But this year is like a week out, so I'm just showing you this so you can see the latest information. But please don't pay attention to this, because after a week out, the GFS does some crazy stuff. So it takes it into Mexico there and it dies. So let's see. And there's this system behind it, which shows it rapidly developing there as well, and tracking like almost the same path, just a little bit to the north, as Barrow did. So as a tropical storm, it passes over Barbados too, and St. Lucia, Martinique, and some other areas. As a tropical storm, it remains like a tropical storm there through the Caribbean, and then it dies. So the GFS currently has this, and let's see the Euro for that second system. So the Euro kind of develops it, but it has it like a 1009 millibars, so it's kind of weak. But the Canadian here has the tropical storm Barrow there, but this is kind of weird. It has tropical storm Barrow there, but it barely shows a tropical storm there. This is very weird. I don't know what this run is doing, but it's barely showing a tropical storm there. So weird. And then it has this system there, has a tropical storm by July 3rd there in the islands too. But this is very weird. The Canadian zone is showing like a tropical storm there. That's so weird. And the others have it as a major hurricane. That's very weird. But we'll keep watching it. And the icon here has tropical storm Barrow there, but he takes it into the Caribbean as a tropical storm, a very weak tropical storm there. So these models are very conservative today compared to yesterday, but the icon only strengthens this when it gets to the Caribbean later, and there makes landfall in Central America as a tropical storm and goes into the Gulf of Mexico as a hurricane. So this icon is very crazy today. It has a hurricane 1 week out. That's crazy. So, but don't pay attention to this. So let's see. The Navgen has tropical storm Barrow there too, but he has it very weak also. I don't know what's going on with these models. They're very weak today. So it has a tracking through Jamaica there into Central America too. Generally that same path. So the Gulf of Mexico, gotta watch this later on too. But now I don't know what's going on with these models, but now let's just focus on the official forecast here and make the necessary preparations. So and the current information here, they have this, and then the satellite image, the forecast there for the National Hurricane Center, and here are the main tracks guidance. So most models take this right there through the Windward Islands and the Caribbean. Some have it further south, but the general consensus is through Jamaica, further north there, and take this generally into the Yucatan there. So and these other models kind of more spread out, but it's that general path too. This other one is showing like a similar thing, and the intensity guidance. So all the models are showing a category 1 hurricane except this blue one, and then they go, and many models are showing category 3 and category 2. So this is the latest intensity guidance. Let's see some other stuff here. So the hurricane models. So this is the HWRF, tropical storm barrel there. It has its strengthening there to a 977, actually to a 961 hurricane as it approaches the islands there. So it passes just south of Barbados, makes landfall as a 968 hurricane, and then strengthens more into a 957 later, even to a 942. So this, don't mind this, the HWRF is exaggerating a lot. It has a category 4 there in the Caribbean, but don't mind this. But this scenario here, as it makes landfall as a 968, is a little bit more realistic, as the National Hurricane Center is showing to like a category 3. But let's see the HFZ hurricane model. So it has the tropical storm there, a little bit less organized than the HWRF had, but let's see here. And then it takes this there, passes just south of Barbados, and makes landfall as a 974 category 2, lingering to category 3 status there, as it makes landfall in St. Vincent the Grenadines. There's a 969 category 3, I think. So yeah, very strong storm. And then this tracks it into the Caribbean there, passes just south of Hispaniola and weakens a little bit, but this model has it passing just south of Jamaica there, and then continuing a little bit. And then the HFZ here has, let's see, has the tropical storm there now, and then it keeps going. It passes just south of Barbados, some very intense rain bands will affect Barbados, and then it has to make landfall in St. Vincent the Grenadines as a 965 major hurricane. So this model is a little bit stronger, but it's generally what the National Hurricane Center is showing too. So this will be very dangerous, passing right over St. Vincent the Grenadines there, and very close to St. Lucia too. Lots of rain bands affecting Martinique and all the way up to Guadeloupe too. I don't know if that's Guadeloupe or something else, but that's Martinique. That's Dominica, that's St. Lucia, that's Martinique, and that's Dominica there. So Guadeloupe's further north. Good. So he has to make landfall there. And there's this other hurricane model here. Let's see. Here. So there's this other hurricane model showing wait, it passes just south of Barbados too, and then it makes landfall in the islands there. Wait, yeah, that's Barbados, so it passes just south of Barbados and makes landfall right between St. Vincent the Grenadines there as a 958 major hurricane. So this might be too strong maybe, but as they said, this will be a major hurricane. So let's see here. And there's this other hurricane model here, the HFZ parent. He has a passenger south of Barbados, making it for a 975 there in the islands, and strengthening a little bit more in the Caribbean. So we gotta keep watching this, and let's see what else would we have here. So let's put this again, and wait, here. Here, so let's put the relative humidity here. So it makes land for the islands there, and then this model keeps it going, but way weaker. It weakens a lot by the Caribbean there, and it has it passing just south of Jamaica, but a lot of rain affecting Jamaica on the north side of this system. So, and then it kind of dies off, but still a tropical storm there. But by next Thursday, just to the south, to the southwest of Jamaica. So let's see here. Some other stuff. Some rainfall here from different models. So apparently this system won't bring like catastrophic rainfall, but it will bring some high totals to like 70 millimeters to parts of St. Vincent and 43 millimeters to parts of St. Lucia, 34 millimeters to Martinique, and a little bit higher parts of Dominica, up to 63, in Guadeloupe, up to 38 millimeters in some areas, and even 40. And let's see, further north in Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, it has like only 16, 15 millimeters there in the next 5 days. Trinidad and Tobago might get a little bit more, up to 82 millimeters, 64 millimeters in many areas. And let's see here. Yeah, so this is the Euro. There's the GFS. The GFS has some higher totals, up to 131 millimeters in Barbados. It has 134 in St. Vincent. No, that's St. Lucia, in southern St. Lucia. Up to 107 in parts of northern St. Lucia. And up to 165 in St. Vincent there. And the Grenadines a little bit less, but a lot in the northern islands there of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And for Martinique, it has up to 44, 38 in Dominica, 28 in Guadeloupe, and around the 20s and 15 millimeters in the northeastern Caribbean. For Puerto Rico, it has up to 23 millimeters from the lingering showers around the system, and the GFS tracks this all the way to Jamaica here, up to 119 millimeters there, and in some areas even higher in those pink shadings. But that's more than 5 days out, so let's focus on the Windward Islands. There's the icon here. The icon also has a lot of rainfall, but apparently it's further south. I don't necessarily trust this because you make landfall further north, but this could happen too. It has up to 125 millimeters in Grenada, parts of Tobago, and southern Grenadines there. So, and some more rain all the way to Guadeloupe. So, let's see some wind gusts. So, let's see. Of course, this is a big system. It will be up to hurricane force winds, but this is the icon that has it weaker there. Just some 70s winds, and this is the GFS, and the GFS is also kind of weak. It has only like some 70 miles per hour wind, but in the ocean there it might get to 100. And as this make landfall, those 100-mile-per-hour winds will pass over St. Vincent there, and those areas. And later for Jamaica and those areas, as the system moves to the west, might bring some stronger winds to southern Hispaniola, and to Jamaica by next Wednesday and Thursday. So let's see the Euro here. So the Euro also has it weaker, but very strong winds there too. So, and in terms of the other winds, not from this system, there are some slightly gusty winds in parts of the Caribbean, might be some small craft advisories in some areas, and then these stronger winds in parts of the Central Caribbean by Sunday too, lots of small craft advisories in those areas, and then even parts of the Turks and Caicos from time to time, and southern Bahamas, maybe some stronger winds. And let's see what else. The waves here. So this is the Euro. It has some waves there up to like 6 up to 4 meters in Barbados, and let's see, and up to 4 to 6 meters in St. Lucia. But the Euro has this as a weaker system, so if this becomes a major hurricane, like the National Hurricane Center is forecasting, then these waves will skyrocket compared to the heights I'm showing here. So if this really makes landfall as a major hurricane, these waves will be way higher than what I'm showing. So this is the GFS. It has some, wait, it has some 9-meter waves passing by Barbados, and up to 10 meters in parts of near St. Vincent there, as this makes landfall. So very high waves. So there might be some high surf warnings as early as Sunday morning and afternoon. And as the system comes, of course, high surf emergencies, because the seas will be giant. And with these strong waves, keep in mind that the combination of wind plus these big waves will create coastal flooding and storm surge there. So let's see another hurricane model here. Uh, let's see if they have wave height here. So wind, I don't know if they have like wave height. Let's see. No, they don't have it, I think. But let's see. Regions, wait. Western Atlantic, so let's put the GFS here. Let's see. Okay, significant wave height. So as I showed you there, those very high waves. Is this in centimeters or in feet? I I don't know what this is in feet. I think yes, so this is in feet. So it has there by Barbados and Saint Vincent the Grenadines and Saint Lucia. It has now like yes, some 40-foot waves in the core of the system. So passing by Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, up to some 40-foot waves. By Barbados a little bit less, I think, and Saint Lucia is further north. So yeah, so please be careful with those waves and coastal flooding and everything, and the wind and storm surge. And as the system gets closer, we'll definitely have more updates here. So stay safe. Please share this information with others there. And if you are watching this from there, please have your preparations done. This is a major hurricane, serious business. So please be careful. And let's see here. If we have something else here. Wait. Yeah, and this is it, I think. And as soon as this other area here, as soon as this other area here at 70% gets designated as an invest, we'll have some hurricane models running on it. But this area is very likely to develop too and hit like the same area. So after Beryl goes a wave, it isn't over yet. So please stay safe. And let me see if there's just something else. And here from Mexico, from this other system, there's a lot of heavy rain crossing there now. And then the GFS almost has this as tropical depression there, making landfall, but nothing big. This might be just a depression or a disturbance. But the thing will be all this heavy rain that will be affecting Mexico there. So so that will be the main problem. In the next 5 days, the euro has tremendous amounts there, more than 200 millimeters of accumulation parts of Mexico there. So please be safe from these heavy rains in Mexico there. And let's see, in Belize, the Yucatan, more heavy rain too. In Guatemala, especially the Pacific, parts of the Bahamas, a little bit more rain. Western Colombia, and parts of Costa Rica too, Nicaragua. So please be careful. And this system in Mexico is likely to arrive by late Sunday into Monday there too. So be aware. And bye. Stay safe.